Hi, my name is Mary Beth,
Hello, my name is Jackie
and we'd like to introduce you to our dogs, Bailey.
and Blue.
So, I got Bailey when he was just 9 weeks old. He was a little over 9 pounds, and he was like a little Oreo cookie, and he grew into like a little stuffed animal. He was just so adorable. He was the second sheepdog that I got. The first one I got was Charlotte, and that was the first time I was introduced to the breed. I adopted her from the Old English Sheepdog Rescue League, and I just fell in love with the breed. They're just like big clowns. They love to run around. They have very high energy, so you need to make sure you have a big yard for them. Bailey is also a very social animal, and he likes to play with other dogs. He would go to doggy daycare several days a week, and at one point the daycare closed, and that's when we really started thinking about getting a second dog.
I have been looking on the internet for a puppy. You know, I didn't really see anything that stood out until I came across Bella, and it said that she had special needs. So I called the breeder and I asked him what were her special needs, and I said, is it diabetes, is it, you know, some other thing? And he said, oh no, we're pretty sure that she's deaf. So she was shipped all the way out here on a plane from Michigan, and when I picked her up at the airport, I remember it was just absolutely love at first sight. We noticed that she had one blue eye and one brown eye. I actually ended up renaming her Blue because actually when I was a kid I always thought that my first dog I was going to name Blue, and she is my first dog and I felt like the name was fitting, and that's also her mother's name. So Old English Sheepdogs originated in England. They were used as herding dogs, and they have a nickname of the bobtail. One of the Beatles had a sheepdog named Martha, and she was the inspiration for at least 3 Beatles songs. And Teddy Roosevelt also had a sheepdog that he named Tiny.
Well, the one thing about sheepdogs is, you know, they're obviously herding dogs, and so they have a lot of energy, and sometimes that energy comes in spikes. And so we call that the sheepdog crazies. And you can tell that they're going to get, you know, all riled up, and then they will just come out in the yard and they will run around and around and around. And she has actually created a track around the whole pool.
After working with Blue, I realized there is literally no other difference. You train them very similarly using hand gestures. And you know, even with a hearing dog, you end up using hand gestures, because if you think about it, dogs' first language isn't English, even though we think it is. So they pick up hand signals and body language because that's how they communicate with each other. So we like to bring our dogs camping. We have an RV, and they absolutely love camping. We pretty much camped all summer down on the Cape. And you know, Blue is just in her glory down there. Blue loves to sit on my lap in the car. We get a lot of looks when we're out and we're all driving, because she will just be sitting on my lap in the front seat and she won't sit anywhere else. She's been doing it since she was a puppy, and now that she's 65 pounds, she's still doing it.
They're not so much great in the water, except for Bailey. One time we took him down to the dog park, and he decided to go for a swim. And it was the first time I ever saw him swim. And I was like so nervous. I was a nervous mom because I've never seen him do that before. So he started swimming, and he's going across the lake, and then he just kept going. And he was going to the other side. Having Bailey has been just a wonderful experience. I highly recommend the sheepdog breed because they're a bunch of clowns, and they're really a lot of fun. I could just sit there, both of us sit there and watch them for hours. We get lots of entertainment out of them. I think that the best part about having a sheepdog is having 2.
I just want to let people know that having a deaf dog is a completely rewarding experience. Blue has changed my life because she is just the happiest dog. She's my best friend, and she's my first dog, and she never ceases to amaze me with what she can do.